This next question is addressed to both of you, and Corbin, you're first. What will you do in Austin to make District 130 a priority on oil and gas, defining gas prices, on toll roads, Trans-Texas Corridor, on 287G, the Texas border, and to return more of the gas tax from the federal government to Texas?
That's a lot of issues. I think on the Railroad Commission, rolling stuff, I think I've been doing stuff with the Railroad Commission. I actually had some constituents want to meet with Commissioner Williams, and so I'm actually in the process of setting that up. I've helped Commissioner Williams pass a couple of bills, and he's glad to come down and meet, and I think that's the way you get attention to that, is get the guy actually down here to meet with people. 287G is a crucial thing that we have to do at the state, and that involves getting your state officials cross-trained so that they can deport, local and state officials can deport folks who are illegal aliens out back across Mexico. They don't have to be federal officials. You can do them with local and state. That's very important. The Heritage Foundation up in D.C. has been a leader on that, and that's something that Texas desperately needs to do. Really, there's just the toll roads and Trans-Texas Corridor. I can tell you that some of the biggest fighters on Trans-Texas Corridor for the last 4 years have been, number one, Lois Colcourse, hands down. Number two, Glenn Hager. And then around here, it's been Representative Riddle and myself, mostly, in the legislature. We're the ones that have been filing legislation, adding amendments to the bills, cutting back the use of eminent domain, cutting back the use of conversions, changing the footprint, basically strong-arming the governor's office so that they can't have primacy over the local entities. We actually beat the governor on that this year. That was a very significant victory. Because TxDOT has been very arrogant. Their leadership has been very arrogant, and they've been running over people. And one of my cousins is a famous guitar player, Jimmy Vaughn, and he's been a leader on fighting the Trans-Texas Corridor as well. But every House member voted for the bill that had that. And those of us that figured out what was going on figured out real quick. When you figure out you made a mistake, you don't sit around and try to talk around it. You do something about it. And that's what we've been trying to do.
Well, I think the Trans-Texas Corridor obviously is a violation of our sovereignty. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that we can have a foreign entity come into this country and go in and violate the eminent domain of the people of the great state of Texas and then us pay for it for the next 30 years. I don't think 30 years we'll see it. It'll probably take longer than that. It'll be forever, like all these roadways. I know that we've kind of beat this up already with respect to the fact that we've, in a situation where we don't have the funds to do anything other than toll our future roads. I really wish that the 20 cents we're talking about could really fix the bridges and do the maintenance, but I just don't think it's enough to get it done. So we're going to have to do something about trying to come up with some funding for that. I know that in addressing the issue about the oil and gas in this area, I mean, we've spent so much time over the last few years fighting with people about the fact that we have all these old pipes and stuff underground here. I've been to Austin several times about that when we were dealing with the bypass. And, I thought that the Attorney General's representative was going to get that fixed because we were going to tax these folks based on what they said it was worth. And taxing on what they said it was worth made them, kind of back off for a while. But the reality of it is, it's hurt us from our development here in this area. And I think that if I get a chance to get up to Austin and I can get involved in, dealing with people that are trying to allocate these funds. Today, Charles Packers, our county judge, talked about the fact that as a debtor state to the government, we're like 50th on the monies that come back. How can the state of Texas? He said the last time that we really got our fair share back was when Phil Gramm was senator. But how can we be 50th on the monies that come back from the federal government? So we just got to go up there and address those issues and see what we can do.